Southstream Seafoods was established on April Fool's Day of anything 1989. So we've been at it for 35 years. We were founded in Warwick, Rhode Island. So namely, we were bringing products out of Eastern Atlantic Canada, cod, haddock, pollock, flounder, sole. Back in those days, scallops, snow crab, lobster products. And ultimately, when resources of those products actually started to shrink up, we were one of the first seafood companies on the East Coast to handle as much product coming out of the Pacific Northwest and Seattle. So our foundations grew from not only Atlantic Canada, but also the Pacific Northwest for those Alaskan producers, namely in cod and pollock. As we grew, we were one of the largest distributors, if you will, of products coming out of Seattle for a couple of years to the East Coast, namely in those species. Early 90s, you started seeing imports of product coming in through Asia, namely China. And it was resource that was going to China where it was being processed over there and then being imported, what we know as the double frozen business. That was back in 91, 92. We were one of the first ones to really kind of put a quality stamp on those goods coming in. And that was the foundation for our Frostmark brand. And that Frostmark brand, like I said before, has been around for nearly 33, 34 years. So now you've got Atlantic resource, you've got Pacific resource, you've got resource that goes into Asia, which is being hand cut, twice frozen coming in, which was an incredible value for the restaurant chain business, the distributor business. And as we fast forward, we started to introduce some other areas of resource, namely being Iceland, where we were procuring products right off of vessels frozen at sea within 2 hours. Namely, what we try to do is supply ourselves with suppliers that have resource, meaning they've got quota, they may have vessels, and they've got their own production facilities. And then we then become that exclusive marketing import agent for them so that we are really in control of that resource for the customer. Move past Iceland, and then we decided that one of the key additions to our line was bringing in products out of South Africa. So we are a very wild-caught business. Like I said, the species are cod, haddock, flounder, sole, turbot. Mild and wild is like what we like to say. A lot of our products end up going into fish and chips. So the resource that we added as of about 15 years ago was that of Cape Hake out of South Africa, kind of an unknown resource. So you can see the depths of our resource go from the Atlantic to the Pacific, to frozen at sea vessels out of Iceland, and then down to the South Atlantic, which is this Cape Hake that we import and are the largest importer of that species in today's world into the United States.